Good morning. So many things have changed in the world of elections in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. However, even before the pandemic, San Luis Obispo County had more than 70% of registered voters that permanently voted by mail, leaving only 30% of the 181,000 voters that still chose to vote at the polls. You'll remember, however, that because of COVID, the November 2020 election was conducted much differently due to the emergency orders imposed by the governor. Since then, the state legislators has adopted those emergency orders and has now made the laws permanent, which means that all active registered voters will receive their ballot in the mail prior to all elections. This is probably the biggest impact that COVID has had on our elections. What they didn't do, however, was change the laws that govern how we still conduct elections using polling places, knowing that fewer and fewer voters are going to the polls. So that all stayed status quo. To put it in perspective, less than 3,000 voters went to the polls in June for the June primary. Yet we still have to staff over 60 polling places with over 600 poll workers, just as we did when we had 30, 40, 50% of registered poll voters. Luckily, we still have those that are committed to working at the polls and ensuring ballots are secured on election day. So speaking of security, I take the security of your vote very, very seriously. All vote by mail ballot envelopes come with a unique barcode, and all voter signatures are verified before the ballots even get processed. We verify signatures on every ballot envelope by comparing it with the signatures in your voter records, just like in your voter registration form or your driver's license. Me and my staff go through signature verification training with an expert forensic document examiner who is a graduate of the U.S. Secret Service question document course at the Homeland Security's Federal Law Enforcement Training Center. This extensive training allows us to recognize similar characteristics between a signature being compared and any signature in your voter registration record that is sufficient to determine that the signature is valid. Verification of signatures can include multiple reviews in order to make that determination. In addition, the voting system technology we use during elections must be certified prior to it being used in the state of California. We have the most strictest voting system testing and use requirements in the United States. All certification documents for our voting system can be found on the Secretary of State's website. At both the state and county level, there are a multitude of layered security protocols in place. We not only collaborate with our own IT security team in the county, but also at the state level, we work with the Secretary of State's office, as well as the Office of Election Cybersecurity. On a federal level, we work with the Office of Homeland Security, the Department of Justice, and the FBI. We all work around the clock to ensure that every vote is safe and secure. In addition to the DMV, voter registration applications and existing voter records are run against various agencies to ensure voter eligibility, such as the California Department of Corrections to confirm that the voters are not felons, California Department of Public Health to confirm the voter is deceased, California Employment Development Department to get the national change of address information. Lastly, election-related processes are open to the public. These transparent processes include vote by mail ballot processing, ballot tabulation, polling place observation, and canvass processing. If you have an interest in observing, please contact my office and we can provide you with a schedule of activities for that day once we get more and more into the election. So please observe election security and democracy at firsthand. As you may be able to imagine, this is a very challenging time to be an elections official in this country. But I became an election official because I believe in democracy. And I won't leave election security to chance. I trust our voting system because it was independently tested and certified in detail. Elections are run by communities, not politics. We are your family, your friends, and your neighbors, and our passion is to help SLO County's eligible voters register and cast their ballots safely and securely. It is an honor to be your county clerk recorder, and I look forward to serving you for the next 4 years. Thank you.